Guys, the Browns are out in Berea today for day one of training camp. We will have live reports throughout the week from Zach and Mary Kay in the coming weeks. Boy, you're going to go on Friday. Jason, you're going to go on Friday. So we'll have some reaction to what you saw. But entering training camp, Deshaun Watson posted a video on his Instagram talking about his mindset entering camp. Now, because there is music in this video, we can't play the music. We don't want to get copyright strikes. So I'll read you what Deshaun said during this video. You can watch the whole thing on his Instagram page. Deshaun said in this video, quote, "I'm in a great place. This is year 5, man. So this is that time. Just like everybody else, I've been waiting too. Things got to line up right. I feel like this is the year that it can all come together. Stacking the days, getting the body, getting the movement right. Make sure that I'm at my peak going into training camp, getting ready for the season, body, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, everything in the right space. And I'm constantly just building every day. Locked in already. I'm ready for sure." Tyvis Powell now joins us from Columbus. Tyvis, this is year 5, man, according to Deshaun Watson. So now is the time.
Now it's go time.
Year 5.
Don't worry about those first 4 years. It's time
Don't
now.
look over here.
Tyvis, is the right mindset for Deshaun to have entering camp? What do you make of that
First
comment?
of all, you 3 are terrible. Y'all got to stop.
In Chris's defense, he didn't
say anything.
I didn't react to anything.
That
Don't
was
put me
just
in with
Jason
them.
and I.
I'm innocent.
Y'all 2 are dead inside. Chris, you're good. Anyways, no, he's got the right mindset. That's what you're supposed to have going into it. I mean, us fans is only going to think about the things that happened previously. For him and for this to work, then they that means Ty Monken really must have figured out how to best utilize Deshaun Watson, because the last time we saw him out there, obviously he wasn't throwing the ball down the field. The shoulder didn't look great. And then obviously this is a guy coming off of 2 Achilles, so a lot of people question his mobility. So when you think about those things, it's hard to be optimistic. But to me, the only way that this is going to work again is if basically Kevin Stefanski and him were never on the same page and they didn't know how to utilize him, and Ty Monken has figured out the magic recipe for Deshaun. That's the only hope that he has. If that, I'm not saying that I believe that is. I'm just saying it's the only thing that could only make this thing work, is that Ty Monken knows how to utilize Deshaun better than Kevin can. And that's possible. It's a possibility. It's a slim possibility, but it is a possibility.
Mr. Positivity, Tyvis Powell, even he knows it's no possibility. You could tell it by how he said it. There's always a 1 in a million chance that things could happen and we're all shocked. But come on now. If they don't start Shedeur Sanders, to me, this has nothing to do with Watson. I don't know. That's how I feel. If they don't start Shedeur Sanders, it says that they don't believe in him, because it makes no sense to me not to start him. Do you disagree with that?
No, I agree with you on that one. I think that the only way that I'm starting Deshaun Watson is if he's head and shoulders better than Shedeur Sanders, right? Because if they're the same, everybody knows the rule is if these guys are the same, you always go with the younger guy because you have them longer. Now, the only thing from an outside perspective, an outside point of view perspective, the only thing that makes them maybe go with Deshaun if they are equal is the money. That's the only other reason, is because of the money. But outside of that, there's absolutely no reason to play Deshaun if he's not head and shoulders better than Shedeur Sanders. That's unless you're doing it for financial reasons. That's the only way.
I looked this up because I had to write about this for the start of training camp today. So I wrote.
I worked today, Tyvis. I posted a story.
You know what?
Look
you
how
make me
excited
smile.
he is about it.
You was in the chat earlier talking, and I completely disregard me saying that you bringing up that stat. By the way, Jack Meisel, great stat, great work by you. You're a guy that work every single day, so shout out to Zach Meisel. But the fact that you brought up the stat about Gavin Williams and listed all these Cy Young winners, all that is equivalent to everybody saying, well, you know what they say about the Cavs going to the Eastern Conference Final? Every team that made it to the Eastern or the Conference Final went to the final the year after. It's right until it's not. And that's you'll be right this year with Gavin Williams, unfortunately, because Jacob Maserati?
Maserati
works.
works.
He is a Maserati.
that dude, that's the Cy Young winner. I
Well,
don't
in
care
the
what
National League,
It's two. Yeah,
there's one for the American. He ain't winning.
Gavin was not winning the Cy Young.
Now, Gavin will win the Cy Young. Gavin will win the Cy Young for the Dodgers in 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years,
Ooh.
whatever.
That's painful.
Am I wrong?
Well, not if the system
They-
changes. You'll be wrong.
They get a
Maybe.
salary cap.
True.
It won't.
That's true.
No, he won't.
You're
So-
right. He'll win it for the Red Sox
Yeah.
instead.
Ooh, God. Even I'm not that dead inside.
Hey, I looked this up though yesterday when I was working. It's been 1,417 days since the start of the 2022 season when Deshaun officially joined the Browns. He's played 19 games in 1,417 days. Now suddenly it's all going to click? Now?
Hey, you know what? Maybe it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe there, and I don't know. I go back to the Dallas game, the 24 year when we opened up against Dallas. That was a game where he was coming off with a shoulder injury, right? Because I think that was
When
the
he
year
was
before
throwing the
that.
ball 7 yards out of bounds? Yes.
Yeah, and I see the stuff like that, and it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to see that stuff and be like, man. But then, the Browns they posted some clips this year where I said he throwing some dimes. Now, y'all tell me, because you've been there, you and Zach been there, and y'all say, well, they didn't post the play before that and the play after that. So,
But that's always been the thing with him is since he's been to Cleveland is there's one good and 3 horrendous. And you see the one good and you think, well, it's got to be in there somewhere.
All right,
that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, you might as well go with Shador, because you're getting isn't it the same thing?
I'm with you. I'd play unless it is so lopsided, unless you look at Shador and say, we can't put him on an NFL field, and I don't believe that to be the case. That's the only way that I'm not playing.
Agreed.
Like, you have to play Shador. Although I don't think they're going to. I think Deshaun's going to start.
I believe Shador. I believe they're going to start Deshaun for like 2 or 3 games and then pivot after that. I unfortunately, I would love for it to be Shador the whole time, but I just, for some odd reason, I feel like this. You know how the Browns is. They love giving people second and third chances, and they like the last ones to figure out like it's done. So they're gonna roll the dice and let him go out there. They try to do right by people, and sometimes it's to their own fault.
Tyvis, I want to ask you, because I read this statement. I've seen what other people have written about Deshaun and coming into this year. I'm going to play devil's advocate to these guys. I want to know, at the quarterback position, confidence seems to be such a major thing, not just in yourself, in the coaching staff. Like, you got to have it all together and have the confidence to go out there and do it. And it seems like at every step with Deshaun, there's been a reason for him to doubt that confidence. If it was coming in at first, it was the big contract and all the legal allegations and the injuries, and everything seems to pile up. But having like a year and a half, however long it's been off, do you think it's possible that he could kind of reset, find himself again, and maybe that would lead to better play on the field?
I'm going to tell you like this. If you knew, let's say that you knew this was the final broadcast that you would ever have. Let's say that your appearance today was your final one, your final chance to make us change our opinion on whether we're going to keep you past now. This would be your best show you ever had, right? You prepare all like with every stat, every person's name, you would know everything for whatever Mikey McNugget's topics was for the day. That has to be the way that Deshaun Watson is going about this year. Like he can't leave any stone unturned. And if he ain't got no confidence, he better find some confidence, because if not, that's the end of it for him. So I think the year off is good because it gives you a lot of time to self-reflect. It gives you, boy, chill out. It gives you, years since the incident happened with the allegations. You're further removed from that, so people's minds is starting to get further and further away from that, so you don't have to hear about that as much as you did. The contract is getting towards the end of it, so you're getting towards not having to hear that talk anymore. So to me, it's good for him to have had that time off. However, at the end of the day, you got to make plays. And it's up to you. That's the thing. Like, when you were at your best is when you were doing all the dances and the guitars and the big walks and all those things. That was when you were playing your best. If you know that that's when you played your best, you need to get back to that form. And however you need to do that, you better find a way to do that, because there is a young guy there that's had some experience in the league, that's made some plays, and has won some games here. And a lot of the fan base wants that guy, So if that's the case, to me, your back is up against the wall. And it's fight or flight. And at this point, you have no choice but to fight. So if he can't find confidence within that, it was never there. He's never going to be a quarterback in this league ever again. So that's why I feel like he should have his best training camp ever. We'll see what that results into. But I'm with you guys. To me, it would be Shedeur Sanders as a starter.
This is just obviously the first practice. Todd Monken doesn't seem like he's in any rush to make a decision here. But for the guys in the locker room on the field, how quickly are they going to know who the starting quarterback is, even if the coaching staff doesn't say, this is our guy?
You'll figure it out probably by the end of training camp, because you'll see guys go out there. So how it probably going to go, they do a great job of staggering their reps. You take this series with the ones, then the next one, Deshaun get the series with the ones, however they want to do it, right? So what will happen is you'll see from a team standpoint, you'll see, the offense was rolling today. All right, he got that guy in there. All right, that quarterback he threading the needle. The offense is going down the field scoring. All right. The next day, if it's the same thing, if they switch it, because they're going to flip them, the next day, if that quarterback got that other group looking that good, it's like, come on now, what are we doing here? Like, that guy's clearly got the attention. Everybody's play is risen because of that guy at the quarterback, and that offense just goes a little bit better when that guy's at the helm. You'll see it right away. We had the same thing with Cardale and JT when I was at Ohio State. Like that, it was times where Cardale went in the game, and that offense kind of was staggered, and then JT go in there, and the offense and click go right down the field. And we after about 6 or 7 weeks, it's like, all right, come on now, what are we doing? Like you clearly see what it is. It's clearly time to make a decision there, and we ended up going back to JT. So the same thing with this. You will see it. Everybody, it would be so obvious to everybody out there that who should be the starting quarterback.
All right, and it's obvious Deshaun Watson is a bum. He has no business being the starting quarterback of the Browns. This is absolutely patently absurd. The man cannot play, Tyvis Powell. You know this. All right? It's ridiculous.
I seen clips of him throwing some absolute dimes, so it's something still there. It's something still there. It's something still there. That's all I'm saying.
He'd be out of the NFL right now if he didn't have this contract.
Of course.
He'd be out of the league.
And I've mentioned this a couple times. I don't think that we have spent enough time talking about that shoulder injury that he had. I think that changed everything.
The shoulder and two Achilles, and he's 31 years old. I mean, come on, this is this.
But we're missing the biggest part. Jerry Jeudy's been
out there.
Yeah, that was edited poorly. That's bad.
reading the signs.
Tyvis, we're going to talk more about Denzel later, but give me your thoughts. Extending Denzel, they're going to pay him over $30 million a year in his age 31, 32 seasons. You're okay with that?
Yeah, I am. I think that essentially, me and Jason hit on this last year when we were talking about the nickel position. Everybody wants to push guys out the door. When we talked about Greg Newsome and me and Jason was like, just chill out a little bit. It's because you got to understand, in this league, that cornerback position is very important. And when you got one, it's so hard to find one that do exactly what Denzel does. Go up against number ones and limit those guys. Remember last year, was it Pittsburgh that went after him 3 straight plays down in the red zone? He stopped them all 3 times. Bull, don't talk to me about no pass interference, because they didn't call it, so there was no pass interference. So don't. Anyways, it's hard to find corners in this league that can do that. So when you got that guy, it's so hard to you got to be very mindful of just trying to move on from that guy, because they don't just fall off the tree. You're not going to find them like that. So I'm good that they got that. It buys them time to continue to find and maybe find somebody in the draft. Maybe you don't have to spend a first round. Maybe it could be a second round guy. They've done a pretty good job of developing talent in late rounds. Martin Emerson, Ronnie Hickman, finding guys like that to come in and play. It gives you more time, because as we know, the depth of the quarterback position for the Browns, it's not good. We know Denzel Ward, we know Miles Harden, we know Tyson Campbell. We can't name not one single guy after that at the corner position, and that is a problem.
All right, Tyvis, good stuff as always, man. We'll talk to you next week. And bring the little Powell on. We got to see what he looks like here.
I would have to be at home. I have to be at home.
Oh, that's right. You're not at home.
Can I do this at home? Am I able to do this from my laptop, McNuggets?
Well, if you're gonna bring little Powell on,
I got to see baby Powell.
Yeah, we'll make an exception one day for you to do it from home.
Yeah.